Good evening. Our news summary for this Thursday, 3rd of April. The court will next week set a date to begin hearing evidence in a human trafficking case concerning Seychellois who have allegedly been sent abroad in exchange for drugs, and in a drug importation and money laundering conspiracy case related to the first case. The defendants will plead guilty or not guilty.
A group of individuals appeared in court this morning in connection with a complex human trafficking, drug trafficking, and money laundering case involving Seychellois nationals allegedly sent abroad in exchange for drugs. The cases have been postponed for another week, during which the court will set a date to begin hearing evidence against the accused in one of the cases, and the accused are set to plead in the other one. In another case, not linked to the above, but with 3 individuals from the above-mentioned case, along with several others, are charged with conspiracy to import, the importation of drugs, and aiding and abetting in drug trafficking. These charges stem from a drug shipment intercepted by the Coast Guard late last year.
The Immigration and Civil Status Department, in partnership with the Department of Foreign Affairs, have announced the launch of passport enrollment clinics in Australia for Seychellois nationals. This initiative, aimed at simplifying the passport application and renewal process, will be held in Perth, Western Australia, and Melbourne, Victoria. The enrollment clinics will start on the 26th of May and end on the 1st of June. The Immigration and Civil Status Department has indicated that the clinics will focus solely on the collection of biometric data and documentation for new passport applications and renewals. Passports will continue to be issued in Seychelles. A group of young students who were not placed in any vocational center last year are currently attending a training session focused on various skills needed for employment. This initiative is part of the Skill Development Program under the Department of Employment. The young participants are enhancing their knowledge on personal development, including how to adapt, interact with colleagues, communicate effectively, and other essential workplace ethics. The session is being held at the National House Hall. The training consists of 1-week sessions, each accommodating 30 participants. The youth who have not yet registered are encouraged to sign up. 17 NGOs have received funding for their projects. The ceremony took place this morning at the National History Museum Conference Hall. During the event, the NGOs were informed about how to implement their projects and their respective obligations. These projects are focused on national and community development in line with the National Strategy for 2024-2028 and the Sustainable Development Goals. The Government of Seychelles, along with other donors, are funding those projects, which total approximately 6.9 million rupees. These 17 organizations are required to complete their projects by the 31st of December 2025. Ellen Moses, the chairperson of the National Grants Committee, explained the criteria for NGOs to receive grants and outlines the budget allocation for this year's National Grant Funding Scheme.
To be eligible for funding under the National Funding Scheme, the entities must be legally registered, not-for-profit associations. So we do verify their registration status with the Registrar of Associations once we receive the proposals. Secondly, they need to submit audited accounts for the previous year, for the preceding year, and they need to have an executive committee in office, and their projects must be geared towards the achievement of the SDGs and attainment of the national development strategies. The total budget allocation for the national funding scheme for this year is just over 9 million Seychelles rupees, and we've allocated nearly 7 million. So we've got a remaining balance of 2 million rupees, for which we will launch a second call for proposal for projects maximum of 6 months period.
The Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Agriculture has presented the results of its resource plan that they have integrated to expand the electricity sector for Seychelles. The plan was presented in a workshop where they presented different phases of the study, looking at the development of electricity over a period of 20 years and all the factors that influence the demand for electricity in the country. The plan is being funded by the African Development Bank. Consultants of the bank still will work with the ministry to conduct an analysis and understand what is needed over the coming years for the electricity sector to meet their goals.
The objective is to ensure security of supply for the power sector, ensure social equity, ensure that consumers will still be receiving reliable electricity, and at the same time to meet the renewable energy targets that are set, which is currently 30% by 2043 of renewable energy generation in the country. It requires very sophisticated analysis using very complex tools and the cooperation of PUC at the same time to derive a plan that can be implemented and can give the best outcomes for the economy. The conclusion is that over the next years you will have to develop a capacity of solar PV. You will have to replace some of the existing diesel generators that you have to produce electricity in the future. And this will also require large investments, and financing has to be attracted to develop all these by PUC.
The Seychelles Island Foundation, the SRF, has launched its Give Back program during its annual AGM held from the 28th to the 31st of March on Pralin. In a press communiqué, SIF has indicated that the program underscores its ongoing dedication to fostering strong relationship with the local community. The other issues discussed during the AGM included the Aldabra House and progress made for the rat and cat eradication feasibility studies on Aldabra. According to the communiqué, the patron of the SIF, President Wivelram Kalawan, was also present during the AGM to hear about the progress and challenges the SIF faces. Earth Ranger training enters its second phase following the initial training in October 2024. With increased activity in Seychelles waters, particularly in marine protected areas, this platform enables real-time gathering of information and intelligence on these activities. The ongoing training aims to enhance the security of our exclusive economic zone, the EEZ, and ensure that relevant partners can work more effectively with the information they receive. Neil Davidson, the facilitator from 51 Degrees, has emphasized that such training is crucial for key partners, especially in the area of marine security.
Essentially, with Ranger training, in terms of fitness, weapons handling, navigation, all of the basics that go with boots on the ground. And slowly we've realized, as I'm sure everyone sitting here has realized, that you have to leverage technology in the world that we live in now. And so Earth Ranger is the platform that we've engaged with as an implementation, deployment and training partner. And I'll just give you a brief overview in terms of what Earth Ranger is all about, what its origins are. I think we'll get into the more practical side of things after the tea break this morning, where hopefully you'll get an understanding just as to how interactive, malleable, easy to use the platform really is.
And with this, we end this news summary. Next on SBC is an agricultural program, Recold.